if you need a prop, maybe a block or a folded up blanket or a pillow or something, grab your prop to assist you. I don't want to do too much movement today. It's Friday night. Go have a glass of wine, hang out, relax after the week. I really want to focus today on breathing. So one of the first things we learn in yoga is to learn to breathe properly. So probably a good part of our adult lives have been spent breathing improperly. We tend to look down at our phone or sit hunched over our desk at work, or even driving our car, we slouch like this. And you can't breathe to full capacity when you're sitting like this. So I want to start by sitting properly so that we can breathe properly. So this is a basic breathing lesson 101. If you have a block or a blanket, fold up the blanket and just sit right on the edge. And so this will take you from this hunched over position to a more comfortable upright seated position. So do you see the difference in sitting like this so that the chest and the belly are open to receive more air? So rather than hunching over, hi babies, welcome, good evening, happy fun Friday, thank you for coming, checking in. So rather than sitting hunched over like this, which we tend to do due to our lifestyle, our environment, our habits, sit on a prop, sit up straight and tall, and we're going to learn how to breathe into our belly, into our chest. When you are sitting hunched over like this, you tend to breathe into your chest. You may not even know it. We've been conditioned through our lifestyle just to breathe into our chest. These short, shallow, staggered breaths can activate our sympathetic nervous system, which is that fight or flight. So we kind of remain on edge. We kind of remain stressed out in that fight or flight mode. But sitting up like this, enabling us to breathe more into our belly, we can breathe more deeply, more full breaths, and that will activate the parasympathetic nervous system for my med school students out there. Hey, Brett. Which is your rest and digest nervous system. So I really want you to focus on the belly breathing. Have you ever seen a toddler sitting? They just kind of sit with their belly big and hanging out. That's how you should sit. So I like to teach my students to tilt their hips forward, kind of put an arch in your low back so that your belly can hang big and open. In order to do this, again, you can sit on your prop or just kind of lean forward, walk your hips forward, and you notice how there's kind of an arch in my low back there so that my belly can hang. Keep that arch and then sit back up straight and tall. So now you can breathe into your belly. So now that we're sitting correctly and we can breathe correctly, find a comfortable seat. If sitting up straight and tall is uncomfortable for you, you can lean against the wall. So take your comfortable seated position, close your eyes, and just take a few deep breaths. You might place your hands on your belly so that you can mindfully breathe into your belly. Long, slow, steady breaths. We're in that rest and digest phase. It's the end of the long week. We made it through another week together in quarantine, through a pandemic. You might need some Netflix, some wine to chill tonight, no problem. Hey, we're modern yogis. Nothing wrong with a glass of wine every now and then. Try to lengthen your breath, breathing fully into your belly. So this flow is mostly seated. I don't want a lot of movement so that we can try to connect this breathing to our movements today. And for more intense yoga practices, I'll be on Zoom next week. We'll do Zoom classes. After your next exhalation, bring your palms together to heart center, Namaskar Mudra, bow your head, and send out a bit of gratitude. to whatever higher power you believe in, your God, your goddess, yourself, Mother Earth, each other. And lift your head, bring your palms back down to your lap. And open your eyes to a big, beautiful smile. Good evening, fun Friday. Happy good morning, Saturday here for us. So I want to start with a Baddha Konasana bound angle. You're going to bring the soles of your feet together. If this is too tight on your hips, you can bring that block, that prop, that rolled up blanket to support your knees. Grab the soles of your feet and just slowly, gently rock your knees up and down. And continue that belly breathing. This is why I'm topless today, to give you a visual cue. We're doing belly breathing. So if you're less flexible and this is too intense, you can bring your feet further away from you. If you're more flexible, bring both heels in closer to your perineum. My hair is very pretty. Thank you. Ah. Thanks, Mama D. It's not me, it's the Bali sun makes it look bright and fluffy. You can even give a gentle push down towards your knees. So the point of this breathing is to open up any tight areas, any tense areas. As you inhale, send your breath into any tight spaces in your body. And then from here, inhale, reach your hands up and overhead. Hi, friend. And then keeping a flat back, exhale, hinge at the hips and fold forward. Reach as far as you can. And then bow your head. Notice where you're tight. We tend to carry a lot of our stress, our tension in these tight spots in our hips, our low back, and our shoulders. As you inhale, slowly come back up. Now from here, place your hands on the sides of your knees. Bring your knees back up to center, and you're gonna hug your knees. Bring your hands together, clasp your wrists, and you're gonna push your knees into your elbows and squeeze your knees together a little bit. So we've just worked the inside of our thighs. Now if we squeeze our knees together while pushing into our elbows, you can relax the inner muscles and stretch the outer muscles. Continue those breaths, long, slow, deep breaths, resting and digesting. And then slowly exhale. So from here, we're going to take a cow face pose. So cow face pose, you want your knees stacked on top of each other. Continue sitting upright. We tend to just kind of hunch over. If you need to sit on your blanket, on your block, your prop, to help encourage you to sit up straight, no problem, go for it. If this pose is not accessible to you, you can simply stack one leg on top of the other. So stacking our knees on top of each other, I have my right leg on top, so my left hand will reach up, my right hand reaches down. Bend your elbows behind your back and grab for your fingertips. If you can't reach fingertips, no problem, don't force it. You might have tight shoulders, a shoulder injury. What we're doing here is encouraging sitting up straight, pulling your elbows back, making sure not to hunch over. So continue lifting, pulling up through the crown of your head as if there's a string I'm pulling on. Is everybody ready for the weekend? Any weekend plans? Same old same. As you exhale, very gently release your fingers. And then we're going to change sides. You can simply cross one leg over the other, or I like to get up, make a little circle, do a little movement. And now left leg is on top. Left leg is on top, so right hand reaches up, left arm down, bend at the elbows and reach for your fingertips. If this is too much, if you notice you're starting to hunch over, grab a strap and pull a strap behind your back. So inhale, lifting up, lengthening through the spine, pulling your elbows back. in if this is too tight on your hips, on your knees. Stack one leg on top of the other. Or if you're feeling pain or tension in your neck and your shoulder, just place a hand behind your head, no problem. And then exhale, slowly release. Make some movement with your neck. You can rock your neck side to side. You can look right, look left. Again, if you're working all day or looking down at your phone, you're tending to hunch over like this. So sit up straight and tall. Bring some movement to your cervical spine. That means your neck. Come back to your comfortable seated position, whatever is comfortable for you. Sitting up straight and tall. Interlace fingers in front of your chest. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, push your palms away from you, round your back, pull your belly to your spine, and feel the delicious stretch down the back side of the body. Inhale, push your palms up to the sky, sitting up straight and tall. And then exhale, stretch to the right. Inhale through the center, and exhale to the left. Inhale back to the center, exhale, release your fingers, interlace fingers behind your back now, pull down, and your hands lift up, open your chest through your heart. And when you feel complete, come into a tabletop position. Tabletop position on all fours. So we're going to have our hands directly in line under our shoulders. If you tend to hyperextend elbows, put a slight bend in these elbows. Use your muscles to protect your joints. I like my knees a little bit wider than hip width apart and tops of feet pushing into the mat. Make sure you're not sagging, you're hanging in your shoulders. So using those muscles, flat back here. So from here, push into the mat with your left hand. Inhale, reach your right arm up, opening the chest. As you exhale, you're going to twist to the left. Thread the needle. Reach as far as you can. Inhale, come back up. Right hand up to the sky. Exhale, twist to the left. Thread the needle. Inhale, back up. Opening the chest. One line of energy from fingertip to fingertip. Exhale, thread the needle. Reach to the left. This time, inhale, straight back up and hold here. Opening the chest and continue to breathe. Long, slow, steady breaths. Take another breath in, and as you exhale, twist to the left. This time, reach as far as you can and lower down onto that shoulder. Feel that delicious shoulder stretch. If you want to bind, you can reach your left hand up and reach behind your back toward the right. Oh, the sun is hot here today. What's your weather like where you are? Take another breath in. Slow and steady. And then after you exhale, push yourself back up to your tabletop position, and we'll do the other side. So this time, right hand pushing into the mat. Inhale, reach your left arm up. Reach as if I'm pulling your fingertips. Exhale, thread the needle, twist to the right. Inhale, reach back up. So notice we're linking our breath with the movement. Exhale, twisting. So one of the first things we learn in our yoga classes is the breath. It's the only constant we have here with us. We don't know what's going to happen in this crazy, crazy world. Inhale up and hold here. One line of energy. Keep breathing. Look up past your fingertips. And exhale. Thread the needle. Reach as far as you can to the right, and then lower down onto your shoulder. If you did the bind on the other side, reach your right arm up. Exhale. Twist it behind your back towards your left hip crease. In learning to breathe, we learn to slow down, be patient. One of my biggest stress factors in Atlanta was traffic, and I would get so mad. All the idiots. Me, I was an idiot texting while driving. But then if you just focus on that breath, that belly breathing, you realize none of that shit matters. Let it go. Inhale, reach your arm up, and exhale, push yourself back to your tabletop position. From tabletop position, one of my most favorite beloved poses, puppy pose. So you're gonna leave your hips up high and then just drop down to your chest. If you have a pillow or blanket or something here, you can rest on it. Feel the delicious stretch in the upper body. Good for the shoulders, the upper body, stretching the abdomen. You can rest your cheek, chin, or forehead on a pillow on the mat. You can also do this one standing against the wall. Take another breath, and then after you exhale, you're going to inhale and slide your body to cobra. Cobra, your belly just stays on the mat, but keep it active. So point your toes, you can't see, but point your toes, engage your legs, push into the mat, lifting and opening through the upper body. From your cobra, exhale, lower back down, rest your cheek, chin, or forehead on the mat. If this little back bend is too much for you, you might slide your hands out forward a little bit. If you want a deeper back bend, bring your hands closer to your breastbone. Inhale, lift up into your cobra one more time. And exhale, lower back down. This time, inhale, lift into your cobra. We're going to exhale and twist to the sides. Exhale, look to the right. Inhale through the center. Exhale, look to the left. Inhale through the center. Exhale to the side. One more time through the center. Exhale to the side. Inhale back to center and exhale. Lower back down. You can rest cheek, chin, or forehead on the mat and just rock your hips side to side to release any compression or tension you might feel in your low back. So from here, we're going to take a Sphinx pose, another one that looks easy and simple, but try to make it active. So arms are in line under your shoulders. Fingertips are gripping the mat. Push down with your hips, your torso, your toes, your arms. Look up, open your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades together. And continue your belly breathing here. This one is good for abdomen, digestion, opening the heart, the chest. And then from here, we're going to take a child's pose. So you can do classic original recipe balasana, which is knees together child's pose, or my preference, bring your big toes together touching, and then open your knees the width of the mat. Now sink back into your heels. I like this one because it gives my big belly, it gives your belly room to breathe. So wide-legged child's pose. Again, if you have a block or a pillow, rest your face, your forehead on the pillow. And reconnect with the breath, the body, your mat. Slowly breathing down. Send a little gratitude to your body for carrying you through on this journey. Take your time in your child's pose, original recipe or knees together, or wide-legged. And when you feel complete, push yourself back up to your comfortable seated position. And we're gonna extend our legs out in front of us. In Dandasana staff pose. So again, we're not hunching over, rounding the back. The point of these stretches is not to see how far we can bend and place our nose on our knee. The point is, I'm gonna face away from the sun. Whew. The point is to stretch the back side of the body. So activating our legs, engaging all the leg muscles, pushing four corners of your feet away from you. Inhale and reach your hands up and overhead. And then exhale, hinging at the hips, keeping a flat back, fold forward. When you feel that first bit of a stretch, hold here and breathe into any tight areas. So you can inhale and lengthen again, exhale, fold a little deeper. When you fold as far as you can, then you can use your blanket, your block, your prop, your pillow. I don't want to put my face on this, it's been outside. Or just prop yourself up and breathe here. Feel the delicious stretch down the entire back side of the body. So the point is not to round the back and fold over. You're really trying to open and stretch. And inhale, slowly lift yourself back up. We're going to sit in a wide-legged pose. So open your legs as wide as is comfortable for you. You might want to pull the fleshy bit from under your sit bones so that you can tilt hips forward and breathe into the belly. We're just going to go side to side. So inhale, reaching the hands up and overhead. As you exhale, you're just going to reach to the right. If you can, touch your toes. Cool. If not, just listen to your body. Inhale, reaching back up. We're going to exhale to the left side. You can reach for your feet, or if you have a strap, you can grab the strap. Inhale, back up. Exhale to the side. Inhaling up. Exhaling to the side. Inhale, back up. This time exhale, reach for your right toe and hold here. Make sure you're not folding over. So we're stretching the side body. You should feel a stretch down the entire side of the body and the back side of the leg here. So as you breathe, you feel tight spaces. Inhale and send that breath to the tight spaces. Imagine it just kind of melting away. And then exhale, send that tension out of your body. Inhale, come back up to the center. Exhale to the other side, and we'll hold here. Oh, that feels delicious. Inhale, come back up. Now we're going to bring our feet together back in Dandasana staff pose. I'm going to do a little core work, and then we'll be done. Time is it? Yeah, it's about time. Boat pose, Navasana. So with boat pose, again, we're not rounding the back, hunching over. There's a time and a place for that. This isn't it. So find the balance on your sit bones, and if this is where you stay today, no problem. Just working on core, using that mind muscle activation to focus on your abdomen. So you might stay here. To help you lift, just grab your legs, thighs, and you can come up to a half boat, knees bent, or extend legs all the way out. So find where you are comfortable. If you need to tap a toe and come back, no problem. Extend arms out beside you. We're going to take 4 breaths here. Keep your knees together, your heart, your chest up, shoulders down and back flat. Take another breath. And then on the exhale, lower back down. And we'll do one more. So again, you can wrap your hands around your legs, find your balance on your sit bones, extend legs straight out or knees bent for a half boat. Navasana boat pose. Take 4 breaths here. Your next breath, exhale, come back to the Dandasana staff pose. Notice how you feel in your body, check in with your body. And then using the core once more, we're just going to roll ourselves down one vertebrae at a time until we're laying flat on the mat. I can't see you anymore. Can you see me? Hi guys. Bring your knees into your chest. If you have a block, you might place the block onto your low back, or a nice little low back massage. And then change direction. When you feel complete, bring your feet back to the mat. Keep your knees bent, and we're just going to rock the knees side to side. Inhaling through the center. And then exhaling through the other side. Keep your shoulders flat on the mat. Your hips come off the mat as you twist. And then when you feel complete, you can make any other movement that your body wants to make. You can grab your knees, make a little ball, roll side to side, grab the soles of your feet, take a happy baby, one of my favorite poses. You can walk the baby, straighten one leg, straighten the other. After this, my friend Noel is teaching yoga. Follow him, I think it's yoga.noel. He's here in Ubud in Bali. He also does yoga with weights and Hatha yoga. And when you feel complete, give your knees a hug, lift your chest, squeeze everything as tight as you can, hold it here. Everything is tense. And then exhale, release it all, lay flat on your mat in your Shavasana corpse pose. And then just relax, close your eyes. You take just a minute here. Observe your breathing. Notice the air as it enters your nostrils. Envision it as it enters your body, all the way down to your fingertips, your toes. Picture it like a broom sweeping up any stale, stagnant energy. And as you exhale, notice the air leaving your nostrils, sending out any of that staleness. I like to envision and tell people like a garden hose that you haven't used for a long time gets clogged. You need to clean it and clear it. That's how the energy channels work in our body. Take a few deep breaths and clear out that old energy. Just sink into your mat. Take about 5 more breaths. Man, that banging is beautiful. And then slowly begin to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Rock your head side to side, bring some movement to your body. Reach your hands up and overhead, stretch that delicious wake up stretch. And then roll over onto one side into a fetal position. Keeping the eyes closed, you can slowly push yourself back up to your comfortable seated position. Sit up straight and tall, no hunching or rounding our back. Take a few deep breaths like we did at the beginning. So this was my appetizer, my little taste of yoga course. We'll do more on Zoom next week. More intense yoga, more in-depth yoga. Look out for my website, the link to my website, I'll post it. And you can sign up for classes as you like, or even suggest what you want. Yoga for shoulder pain, neck pain, back pain, PMS. Bring your palms together to heart center, Namaskar Mudra. Bow your head, send out gratitude to yourself, whatever higher power you believe in, your God, your goddess, Mother Earth. Thank you guys for joining me, for giving me your time, your attention, your energy. Please let me know what kind of yoga you want. Live yoga, or live on Instagram, I'll do just like 30 minutes, but for Zoom, we'll do more in depth. Bow your head, namaste. Very gently, open your eyes, lift your head, and place your palms back to your lap. Thank you guys for coming. If it's Friday night, wherever you are, go have a bubble bath, take care of yourself, have a glass of wine, whatever you need to feel good about you. If you were super productive this week, great, keep it up. If you weren't, then good for you.